don't pay very much for their G60. And it gives
Well,
an outlet for the tires.
Sure. So you're not just throwing them away and putting them in a landfill. Yeah.
Then you really think about another aspect of it I just thought of in my head is tire disposal for the modified guys. I mean, I remember outside of our race shop a year ago,
Stacks of tires.
we had stacks and stacks of tires. I mean, we had 20, 30 tires sitting there. Now we have an outlet to get rid of them.
Right.
Exactly.
And it cost you $20, $30 a tire to dispose of a tire properly instead of burning it in the burn pile out back behind Grandpa's shop.
Like most people do.
Now,
Don't
now,
get caught.
No kidding.
been there, done that.
Yeah.
But I mean, now they have an outlet, so
Right.
you're saving money. It makes sense.
Do like NASCAR does and sell them in front of the grandstand.
But
souvenirs.
You know what's crazy?
I mean, once again, if you look across the states, different nation, whatever, they're all the street stocks and stuff are going the G60s. I mean, that's just the way they're doing.
Well,
it.
that's something we were talking about just a little bit ago, is making everything uniform.
Right.
Universal.
Yeah, before you got here on the air, we were kind of talking about rules and what they're doing. Nation, series. All the series are pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it's IMCA, but I mean, like all the IMCA classes, every one of them runs a G60.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Which is a tricky tire. I mean, that's a synthetic
And
rubber.
they say that we do it. We were doing it because of the Hoosier money. We're not getting a dime of Hoosier money for us. If the IMCA gets all the money for that G60 tire, there is 2 G60 tires manufactured by Hoosier, but we're using the IMCA G60, which does not put money in our pocket. If we go with the other G60, they would pay us the money, but we're not going with the other because it wouldn't be a place for the modifieds. An outlet to get rid of their old tires because the street stocks would be on a different tire.
Right.
There's one question we don't have to ask.
Well, there it is. This is exactly why.
I think he just wrapped up about 4 questions
He did.
all
He
in
did.
one
Yeah.
response.
So
awesome.
much
Wow.
appreciated. This is exactly why we wanted you on there because you know how it is with the Northwest and the rumors and everybody.
It's the same everywhere.
It is, but when you change something, people say, "Oh, this, that, and the other thing," and
The rumors start flying. Jerry owns a bunch of tires. Wants to put money in his pocket.
Well, that's
I've heard that. That's just one of the.
We've
stupid
heard
things.
9 million rumors, and you know how it is. You've got ears. The racing community is a small place, and everybody hears everything.
Yep.
So
And
this
everybody
is exactly,
knows everything.
That's true. Yeah, everybody knows everything. So this is exactly why we wanted you on the show to do exactly what you're doing. Squash these rumors. Let everybody hear it from you.
We got any more, Corey?
And there's all kinds of stuff coming in here. I mean,
and
Jerry's ready to fire back. Let's get him to him.
Hey guys, and remember the Crocker's Cars call-in line 503-862-3478.
Yep. If you guys got a question, I'm sure Jerry will stick around a little while and answer them. And
Yes, sir.
that's exactly why
This
he's
is
here.
good
So
stuff.
it is.
It really is.
So we had an interesting conversation, Jerry, at the swap meet that Steve Moore puts on with this
In the ice.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that was terrible. with the national. What's the nationals you're calling it, Willamette? The 3-day gig. I know it's a speed week. The speed week deal. But
well, that's not the nationals. We're having a modified nationals also that's sponsored by Big Sky Landscape. And we're looking to do something really special for that 3-day event for the end of Speed Week.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. We haven't really. We haven't got all the money in place yet.
I don't want to talk about money. I want to talk about the format. I want to talk about what you're doing on day number 3 of that gig, or the big show.
Yes.
Because
race fans, if you could see Jerry's face right now, it is all smiles.
It's going to be good.
Because he knows where I'm going with this, and we had this conversation. I know what some people know about it, and it's been, but people are saying there's no way he's going to do it. I said, listen. He looked right at me and said, "This is what we're doing. This is how it's going down." And I thought, "Oh man, this is going to be crazy."
The main event's going to be 3 wide.
3 wide on start.
3 wide, yes.
Now, did you say it's going to happen on restarts too?
We haven't decided. It depends on what the sponsor comes up with.
Okay, because that was something that you and I talked about, and I didn't put it out there
A
because
3-wide start. Wow.
Yes.
Now, but here's the thing: 30 cars.
30 cars, 3 wide.
3 wide, 10
Oh
deep.
my Lord!
This is going to be good.
30 mods in a feature at Willamette, 3 wide, 10 rows deep.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
Now that's
going to be good. That's going to be a show.
That's hold on to your lug nuts type stuff right there.
Hold on to your lug nuts.
Yes.
Hold on to your lug nuts. So how did that come about? Whose idea?
Actually, I seen it. I seen a race one time where they were starting 3 wide, and I thought it's time to start something different.
Well, that's different, all right. I mean,
yeah,
that's
going to
about
be cool.
Well, it's either going to go over really, really well, or he's going to have some guys upset. I mean,
yeah, it's going to be one or the other.
Everybody's playing by the same rules. So
well, that's the thing. And with the talent we have, I mean.
Well, the talent
to get into that feature with the format you're using, you're not just going to show up as a rookie driver and make that field.
No.
Let's talk about the format and how you get into that big show.
Well, the format is a 2 heat race format. I mean, so it's the old ASCS format basically, is how you get in there. And the first one, if you draw a low number, you start in the
front row, yeah,
and then on your second one, you start in the back, and you get passing points,
right?
And
so you take the passing points, and
points, add it all up. I mean, you could win and not make the feature. I mean, you could win one of your heats,
right?
If you started on the pole, the first one,
and collect no passing points.
No passing points, you don't make the feature. I mean, you still could, but you could not too.
Right, right. Which is gonna be a tough field to make because we know who's gonna be there.
Yeah, there's gonna be some big hitters this year.
There's gonna be a big car count for that.
Yes,
there absolutely is.
We'll be needing to expand the pits. I mean, last time we had them around turn 1,
Yeah, and we don't even want to talk money about that right now because I know that's something you guys are still working on.
Still working on that.
I think regardless, you're going to have
be a good show.
You're going to have a car count.
It's going to be a great show, and then we'll have the B mods there also.
See, that's something else I was going to bring up to you while you were here.
Yep.
Did you get a chance to see Mike Medell's sport mod while you were here?
Nice.
That was a sharp sport mod.
Is that a nice sport mod or what?
Yes.
Now, the Frisbees are loaded like that.
Are building nice cars.
Yes,
too.
they are. I mean, if you kind of watch what they're doing on Facebook.
There's a lot of nice new cars coming out this year, man. There's a lot of them.
Well, with the sport mods, too. I kind of...
That's going to start growing again.
I wasn't sure how that was going to really work out with the sport mod division because it's a big thing down in California.
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
Now, here, it's guys are starting to grab a hold of the concept, and we're starting to see more cars being built this winter. If you pay any attention on Facebook to see who's doing what, a lot of them are coming out of the woodwork. Now, I think that...
the first year, last year, Cottage Grove, I think they had an average of 18 or 20 of them. I mean,
in the sport mods?
Yeah, in the sport mods. I mean, they had a great car count. Yeah.
So Chris Frisbee just hit us up right here on this Weird Trucking chat line. He says, when you talk about sport mods, you need to mention Jordan Bratton. He is the man among boys. He has not lost a race in 2 years at Cottage Grove, has a 2017 Razor Sport mod. There is no one better in our class than him. And then it gives a Facebook address to go check him out. But now you talk about Mike Medell, and you start talking about the Frisbees and Jordan Bratton. I mean, they're going to be the elite cars in that division. But then you got guys like, is Michael Melton still running sport? Or did he go up to
No, he went to A-Mods.
He stepped up, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he was talking about it.
Yes.
So the sport mod deal at Willamette, now this year, going to kind of combine them with the Sportsman.
Yes.
And what's the plan for that division?
For the Sportsman division?
Yeah.
We'll keep it we're just going to see how they combine together. And if it works out in the next 2 or 3 years, we'll have if we keep enough Sportsman cars interested, we'll keep it. If we don't, it'll go to a B-Mod class.
So right now it's kind of they're going to run together right now. Yes. You'll watch the car count for the next couple of years, see what happens.
Car
now,
count. That's what it's. Yep.
Sport mods are on G60s.
Yes.
And the Sportsman cars,
they can run their slicks.
They can run their grooved. They can run them grooved.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Super Sports can run their slicks grooved.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. I think. Wait, I don't know about. Wait a minute. We better.
Okay, well, that's something I want to talk about because I thought.
Yeah. I think the Sportsman is ungrooved this year.
We'll get some clarification on that.
Yeah, look at the rule. So many rules.
Right, well, and that's the thing. There's been a lot of change, and that's why we're doing this. There's been a lot of rumors, a lot of change, this, that, and the thing.
I know the Super Sports can still cut.
Super Sports are able.
Uncut slicks.
Okay, so there it is.
Sportsman.
For your Sportsman cars.
Sportsmans are uncut, but they can run the slicks.
They can run the slicks.
Or G60s.
Or G60s.
They get the option, but they cannot groove.
Yes, cannot cut them.
Does that mean no siping allowed either?
They can sipe.
Okay, but cannot cut or groove.
You can sipe a G60 also.
Right.
Yeah, you just can't cut it.
So basically when we talk about cutting, we're talking, that word is synonymous with grooving. For everybody out there,
right.
Warren, cutting means grooving.
Thanks, Joel. If it's not in the rules, you can't do it.
Well,
I like that one.
but there's a lot of gray area in that too. And I'm sure that
ain't what it says.
Something like that.
if it doesn't say you
can,
you can't is what it says.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
And Scott Weinberger hates that rule.
I don't like it myself.
Well, I know.
To be honest with you.
I know a lot of guys that can get pretty creative. That can look at a rule and say, "Okay, this is what this means to me." So there's it's racing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's the way it works in our game. You're going to have those guys that are going to test.
Us racers can read a rule 12 different ways.
Yes.
Depending on which day we want to read it.
Right.
It's all in the interpretation.
Absolutely. So your schedule this year?
Hectic.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I've been in just about every Saturday probably.
At Willamette.
At Willamette, yes.
Okay, so the only racing you're kind of doing is this a speed week? Or?
So far, that's the big plan of Speed Week. And,
Okay.
Probably
and,
the national event.
Yeah, maybe I might go up to Elma's National or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, but that'll probably be about it.
So you're doing any late model stuff this year?
Yeah, actually I am.
Are you? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I got Steve Moore building me a new one.
Okay. What
Oh, yeah.
chassis?
The master built.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like those Masters both?
Oh, yeah.
He's been in them forever.
I know.
So
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
mean, it's just going to depend on who we get to help with the track. I mean, if we can find somebody, then we'll race. If we don't, we won't be racing.
Joel said he has a lot of spare time.
No, I don't. I might know how to run a tractor, but do not stick me behind a 10-speed on that water truck. I'll grind you a pound of gear right there.
So here's something and this is Chris Frisbee talking to us. He says Sport Mods and Sportsman are very close cars. Problem is we do not get IMCA Sport Mod points at Willamette in the Sportsman class. Is that right?
That's correct.
Is that because they're running with a combined division?
Exactly.
And IMCA doesn't allow that?
No.
Okay. So
That
that
makes
again,
sense.
something you're going to watch over the next couple of years to see how many Sportsman cars are showing up and who's doing what, and if
Yes.
If it's
Now,
good,
they
then you'll
will-
just
I mean, for Speed Week, they will get points.
the mods, the sport
the
mods,
sport mods.
because they'll have their own division.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
But we're gonna still have. We got to work that out. I need to talk to IMCA because I'm going to try to allow the sportsmen to run with them that week also.
Okay.
Yeah. At Willamette.
At Willamette for that
Yes.
3 days there.
Yes.
Okay. So that's something you got to get approval on from IMCA
IMCA.
for the sport mod points.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So that can affect guys running for points, that having that other division
Well,
in there.
I mean, they got to have points for the sport mods, and so that'll be part of it.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see what Willamette does with that division as far as when it grows and how many cars start showing up on a weekly
Well,
basis.
it may not even take a couple of years. You might find out sooner than that.
Well, and that's kind of up to the sportsman guys. How
It
many
is.
are going to show up?
Absolutely.
Are there going to be enough there to keep a class? I mean, that's what Jerry's saying with that.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. And a lot of them old sportsman cars are could turn over to B mods pretty easy.
Well, we've seen
Yeah.
a few of them go from
Yeah.
modified to a sportsman. There's no
Yes.
reason they couldn't go back and run the 3-link. I mean, half of them are
Exactly.
doing that now anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Well, and that's the thing is
Interesting.
they have to be a 3-link or a monoleaf to be a sportsman.
right.
So
But what I was saying was we've seen modifieds move down to the sportsman class. I mean, look what
Tom Yak.
Tom Yak did and made it work
Sandy Sanders.
very well. Both drivers very, very good with those cars.
yes,
So,
I think Sandy Sanders is going to be in an A mod this year too.
really,
I think so.
there's another quality driver in that division.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
boy.
building one. Yeah,
Former champion at Willamette, and I've
Yep.
watched that guy race literally my entire life.
Yeah, he's been around a long time.
Yes, he has.
Yeah,
There's a reason for that.
He's talented.
Yep.
And
Well, him and Hackney were cutting cookies with Claire back when it was still a field.
they were. I think they helped actually develop that racetrack.
I was hanging out under the grandstands out there in like 1969. That was the first year I think it was that Claire had it. I
He's
believe
older
when
than you, Jerry. He's old. He's been around.
I didn't go there till 2001.
Yeah. I started going in 76.
That's
So-
the year you were born, wasn't
I was
it?
born in 74. I've been there a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been fun to watch Willamette, over the history we've seen with the cars and our local legends, if you want to call them that. And Been a lot of change since Jerry showed up.
A lot of good change too.
Yeah.
That place is really a nice facility nowadays.
It's beautiful.
It's awesome.
I mean, I don't know if you can go anywhere
well,
and find a better track in the Western region.
Last year
truly, if